Beyond the Gates spoilers January 26 to 30th. What is up, gatekeepers? Welcome back to the channel. If you thought last week was messy, oh boy, grab your tea and maybe a stress ball, because the spoilers for the week of January 26th through the 30th are giving us absolute chaos. I'm looking at the breakdown for next week, and I have to tell you, my writer's brain is spinning. We aren't just getting plot advancement, we are getting character deconstruction. Today, we are going deep. I want to analyze the psychology behind Bill Hamilton's wallet. I want to dissect Naomi's desperate need for secrecy. And we need to talk about whether Izaiah is ready for the runway. Before we unlock the gates, make sure you smash the subscribe button and ring the bell. You don't want to be the last one to know who's getting played, right? Let's dive in. 1. The runway or the highway. Izaiah, Dani and Pamela. Alright, let's start with something that seems light on the surface, but knowing this show is probably going to turn into a complicated mess of egos. We're talking about Izaiah. Spoilers confirm that next week, Izaiah is going to inadvertently catch the eye of not just Dani, but also the formidable Pamela Curtis. Now, look at the context here. These two women are sharks in their own right. The spoiler says they believe Izaiah has the look to be the next top male model. Let's pause and analyze this. Izaiah is currently working, has got a job. He's grounded. He's a bit of a salt of the earth character right now. He represents stability. Enter Dani and Pamela. What do they represent? Glitz, glamour, image, and commodification. My theory, this isn't just about modeling. This is a tug-of-war for Izaiah's soul. Dani and Pamela are going to go all in to sign him. I can imagine the scene. They corner him. Maybe flattery. Maybe promises of money that could change his life. But here's the million-dollar question. How does Izaiah react? The spoilers suggest he is quite happy with his current employment. I love this conflict. It's the classic blue-collar pride versus white-collar fame. I suspect Izaiah is going to reject them initially. He's not the type to be swayed by vanity, right? Or is he? Every man has a price, and everyone likes to be told they're beautiful. Here's my deeper take. I think Dani and Pamela working together is a recipe for disaster. Are they really partners here? Or are they competing to see who can claim the discovery of Izaiah? If Izaiah says no, do they respect that? Absolutely not. When has anyone in Beyond the Gates taken no for an answer? I predict they will try to manipulate his circumstances. Maybe they offer him a contract that solves a financial problem he hasn't told anyone about yet. Or, and here's a spicy theory. Does Dani want him for the agency? Or does she just want him? This could be the beginning of a very complicated workplace romance where the power dynamic is totally off balance. I'm saying it now. Izaiah on a runway is going to make some other male characters very jealous. Watch out for the fragile male egos in the zip code. 2. The godfather of the Gates Bill, Tomas and Hayley. Okay. Shift gears. Let's get dark. We need to talk about Bill Hamilton. We have known for a while that Bill operates with a velvet glove over an iron fist. That next week, the iron fist is coming out, and it's aiming right at Hayley. First, let's talk about Tomas. The spoilers say Bill is going to pay the price for Tomas's silence. Tomas knows about Hayley's shady dealings, secret she's been keeping from her boss. Bill, being the protective figure, or is it controlling, decides to open the checkbook. Analysis time. I have always said that paying for silence is the weakest move a power player can make. Why? Because you turn a one-time problem into a recurring subscription. Once Tomas takes that money, he owns a piece of Bill. I think this is a strategic error on Bill's part. It shows he is desperate to maintain order. But the real juice is Bill versus Hayley. The spoilers intimate that Bill is done playing nice. We are looking at a scenario where Bill might actually plot to kidnap Hayley. Or, quote, teach her a lesson. Whoa, let's unpack the psychology of Bill Hamilton here. He views himself as the guardian of the gates, right? The benevolent patriarch. But when someone like Hayley Ho is chaotic, unpredictable, and frankly, Dangerous threatens the stability of his world. Bill's morality shifts. He stops being a businessman and starts acting like a mob boss. My theory: I don't think he's going to throw her in a van with a bag over her head. At least not immediately. I think kidnapping might be metaphorical, or perhaps he traps her in a situation she can't escape from, like a legal bind or holding something she loves hostage. But then again, the spoiler says consequences could be dire. Hayley is playing a dangerous game. She underestimates Bill because he looks like a civilized rich guy. She doesn't realize that old money often has the dirtiest hands. If Hayley pushes him, and I think she will, Bill might orchestrate an accident or a forced disappearance. Can we argue for a second that Hayley might actually deserve a wake-up call? She's been moving reckless. But if Bill crosses the line into criminal behavior to stop her, does he become the villain of the season? I'm terrified for Hayley. Not because she's innocent, but because she's swimming with a great white shark and she thinks he's a dolphin. 3. Medical secrets and HIPAA violations. Naomi, Ashley, and Grayson. Now, let's go to the hospital, because the emotional stakes for the Dupree family are skyrocketing. Naomi, she is still lying about the BRCA gene test. For weeks, she's been telling the family she's fine, burying the reality that she carries the gene mutation. Why? We've discussed this. She's the matriarch. She feels she has to be strong. She doesn't want to be the sick one. But secrets in this show are like time bombs. They don't fade away. They just tick louder. Next week, the circle of trust is about to break. We have Grayson Perez, new lab tech hottie, and Ashley Morgan, the nurse. They are dating. It's fresh. It's cute. But here's the kicker. Grayson is the one who processed Naomi's test. The HIPAA dilemma. I know. In the real world, HIPAA laws exist. Grayson shouldn't say a word. Ashley shouldn't look at files she isn't assigned to. But this is beyond the gates. HIPAA stands for highly inappropriate people asking anything. Here's my prediction on how this goes down. Grayson is a good guy, right? He probably assumes Ashley knows. Maybe they are at dinner, having a glass of wine, and he casually mentions, man, it's tough what Mrs. Dupree is dealing with. Boom, the glass shatters. Ashley is sharp. She cares about Naomi. If she finds out, she is put in the most impossible position. Confront Naomi. If she does this, Naomi knows her privacy was violated. Naomi might fire back, lash out, and push Ashley away. Tell the family. If Ashley tells the Duprees, she betrays Naomi's trust completely, even if it is to save her life. I think Ashley will confront Naomi. It fits her character. She's a healer. She can't sit by and watch Naomi ignore a medical ticking clock. But Naomi is proud. She is going to feel cornered. Character analysis. This isn't just about a gene. This is about control. Naomi lies to maintain control over her life and her family's perception of her. Ashley confronting her strips that control away. I predict a massive, tearful showdown where Naomi accuses Ashley of overstepping, only for Ashley to hit her with the hard truth. You can't fight this alone. And let's not forget Jacob. The spoilers say he's on a secret mission and facing danger. Is it related to the BRCA gene? Probably not directly. But imagine if Jacob gets hurt on this mission, lands in the hospital, and that stress triggers Naomi's collapse. The writers love piling trauma on top of trauma. The synergy between Jacob's physical danger and Naomi's medical secret is the perfect storm for a Dupree family breakdown. So, where does this leave us? We have Izaiah potentially selling his soul for fame or stubbornly refusing it. We have Bill Hamilton potentially going full Sopranos on Hayley. And we have Naomi's house of cards about to be blown down by a well-meaning lab tech and the nosy nurse. My biggest fear for next week, that Bill goes too far. Once you cross that line into violence or kidnapping, you can't go back. It changes the tone of the character forever. And my biggest hope, that Naomi finally drops the act. It's exhausting watching her carry this alone, isn't it? We want to hug her, but we also want to shake her. I want to hear from you. Here is the question of the week. Do you think Bill is justified in doing whatever it takes to stop Hayley? Or is he becoming the true villain of the show? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single theory. Also, if you are Izaiah, would you take the modeling contract? Be honest. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed the deep dive, and subscribe so you don't miss our recap the second these episodes air. Until next time, keep your eyes open, because behind these gates, nothing is what it seems. Peace out, gatekeepers.